In the last few days, we have seen different politicians speak on Palestine. Here we can see London Mayor Sadiq replying to Emmanuel Macron, I think he's the French president, consistent with its historic commitment to a just and lasting peace in the Middle East. I have decided that France will recognize the state of Palestine. That's what he says. And then the mayor of London says, I welcome this decision by President Macron. With unimaginable suffering in Gaza and no end in sight, now is the time for our government to do the same. And firstly, I'd like to say they could have said something like this months ago. Also, their countries could stop directly or indirectly supporting certain things. Also, not only do you need to recognize the Palestinian state and not just a state or country, stop recognizing Israel. That will solve a lot of the problems. If everybody stopped recognizing Israel, that will cause such an amount of damage that things will hit home for them. And the enemies of humanity will realize that they are the enemies of humanity, what they've been doing. They've been attacking so many countries, killing tens of thousands, murdering them, genocide, starvation, and much more, many more war crimes. And people are just letting it happen. If you stop recognizing them, cut off all ties permanently. Not if they do this, then we'll have ties. Cut ties with them permanently. You don't have any ties with people like this. Military, trading, any ties. Cut ties with them permanently, forever. Doesn't matter. Don't say in 10 years' time if they do this, in 20 years' time. Cut ties with them permanently. You don't need to have would people at the time of Hitler say, we'll cut ties with Hitler, and then when he does X, Y, and Z and stops doing stuff, then we'll have ties with him again. Nobody would have said that. And I'm using this example to make sure people understand. I'm not saying it's the same, but only these type of examples will get into some people's heads. So cut ties with all governments. So permanently cut all ties with the enemies of humanity. And when they feel the consequences, then many of them will just return back to their countries where they came from, pretending that they own the land. When they flee, whenever there's war, they put random trees in the countries because they don't like what's already there. But if they're native to the land, why do they want new trees? And these trees burn, and so many other things. So these statements are all good, but the governments need to not only say Palestine is a country, Israel don't recognize it, and cut all ties with them.